Hey folks, I'm back. So last episode of mine was a theater of the absurd, our democracy. This one is theater of democracy to plunging the depths of democracy. I mean, just amazing. And the first scene that came off was this: police quiz Rahul at home over Bharat Jodo speech. Just see this. His house looked like under siege of a criminal, a hardened criminal, or that of a terrorist. Okay. Then you had Delhi police at Rahul's door. Congress calls it vendetta, ploy to distract from Adani. And the funny thing is, this is beginning to happen. One is Adani, right? The second is what's shaken the government up, or the BJP or Modi, is the fact that he didn't expect these 16 opposition parties to come together. And that's what happened behind Kharge, not behind Rahul, but behind Kharge. So he's kind of worried. And this is absurd. You know why? I mean, it's amazing the kind of paramilitary forces and Delhi police and, Delhi police, the DCP looking all pompous and important. For what? All they went to do is ask a question, is because what Rahul mentioned in his one of his speeches is how he'd met ladies who had girls who had told him that that there'd been attempted rape, and they just didn't want to disclose it to the cops. They wanted to know the name of the ladies. But hey, why? When Geeta Phogat came out and did the same thing, claimed and did a pradarshan in Delhi, the Delhi cops didn't come out, and that was happening in Delhi, right? Now, what about Khushbu, who is actually the head of the wing, women's wing in BJP? She said she's been raped too. Like, nothing there, no questions. Delhi police quiet. But hey, because Rahul says I'm going running. And you ask, the 335. I mean, firstly, all the Delhi police guys are totally unfit, right? Third, especially the DCP level. Right? Firstly, figure out 3,600 kilometers somebody's walked. He's met thousands and forget thousands, lakhs of people. How do you, and I saw the yatra, then I didn't see him recording anything anyway. So how do you come up and say who's done it? And when all that's happening, guess what? Delhi police and intel, this is a mistake, not intel failure. JNK police chief on security cover to con man. Security cover, get the Z security. They only fought all those great thinking guys who think India is secure and love Modi. Here's the thing. 40 people with Z plus security. You need authority from the highest persons in the home ministry. This guy's got a fake card, visiting card, on 32 Meena Bagh, which is where the members of parliament are stay. Unbelievable, man. And you say our country is secure, and no wonder Pulwama happened, right? JNK top cop says security to man posing as PMO official, a mistake in Jammu and Kashmir. Go figure, guys. I mean, it's amazing. And then you have this guy, a great security man. Amritpal hits country road, shakes off police pursuers. Police pursuers? Where's the home ministry here, man? And then Amritpal still on the run. 4 close, 8 arrested, flown to Dibrugarh. What's with this Dibrugarh BS, right? Again, Hemanta Varsal Sarma sends his police, picks up these guys from Punjab, takes them. Where's the federalism? Where's the federal structure? What is it in Assam? Not the best place ever. And we know how good the security. I just saw a really crazy meme of Rajnath Singh in his dhoti putting on this fenced border, putting nimbus and mirchis. Man, that's our latest guided missile, guys. LAC situation in eastern Ladakh, fragile, dangerous, says Jaishankar. Now, Jaishankar is the biggest liar of them all, right? Here he says that, right? But when Rahul says the same thing, oh, there's something wrong. And in fact, you had all these guys manipulating and saying that Rahul has actually praised China. Well, Rahul stood there and said, heck, China is our biggest threat, right? Then you have Punjab extends SMS internet restrictions. This is happening in Punjab. I had warned of this a long time ago. And country's prestige is up, but there are some image issues, Mr. Swaminathan, but he's got it right. So he says, even after making allowances for exaggerations and errors, none can wish away the sad deterioration of India's performance in human rights and democratic values as measured by a wide variety of independent actors. Dissent is under threat in India. The Supreme Court has bemoaned the use of process as punishment. It complains that by harassing, targeting victims through arrests and raids, life is being made a nightmare for those targeted, even if they are ultimately proved innocent. The court has strongly regretted the misuse of law on sedition and unlawful activities. One does not have to look at the international indices to see the problems, right? Liberal democracy is above all about the right to dissent freely. In no true democracy is criticism of the government called insulting the country. Those trotting out this line are damaging, not protecting India's democratic prestige. And guess who's the biggest culprit of them all? Rijiju. After having sold half his state to China, he is actually threatening judges now. You should have heard his speech. And look at Jay Shankar, right? The best. So you have Grassetti coming in as the new ambassador, and his bio data suggests that he really brings up democratic values. And guess what Jay Shankar says? Maybe he doesn't know his Hindi, or maybe he doesn't know his democracy. हम इनको प्यार से समझा देंगे. I have never heard of this word ever. प्यार से समझा देंगे in diplomacy, sorry, not democracy, diplomacy, Mr. Jay Shankar. प्यार से, that's more like a threat to me. प्यार से समझा देंगे वरना हम चाइना के साथ जंप मार जाएंगे. यही होने वाला है जयशंकर के साथ. चाइना में जंप मारना पड़ेगा बेचारे को, क्योंकि और तो उसके पास कुछ रहा नहीं. Or as Pradhanmantri comes up with a lovely one, criticism amid Indian democracy success like Kala Tika. Oh, he's back. So one guy is hanging nimbus on the border fence, and the other guy is going Kala Tika. Right? But he's got something right here, right? PM, millets can solve food crisis, help climate change resilience. He's probably right if it ever gets going. But here's the thing, right? The reality, dim outlook. Trade data points to slowing momentum in economy, sluggish exports, tight monetary policy may drag down growth further. He says, trade data released by the Ministry of Commerce and Industry last week showed the Indian merchandise exports and imports continue to contract in February, pointing towards slowing momentum across both the global and domestic economies. Especially worrying is the deepening of the pace of contraction in both exports and pace of contraction, right? Merchandise exports fell by 8.8% in February after declining by just 6.6% in Jan and 3.1% in December, while imports declined by 8.2% in February after falling 3.6% in Jan. And that, folks, is the reality. And of course, the stock market, which is obviously which has kept everybody happy, fat and happy, well, that's going down the chute too, I think, right? And Shobha there rightly says, Oscars a jumbo achievement, but there's a difference between pride and parochialism. Pride and parochialism. Anyway, so this week took the mantle from the last week as sinking in the depths of, really going down the plumbing to new depths, plunging to new depths. What will this week and tomorrow or day after bring? Wait and watch, folks. Wait and watch. 3 cheers and Jai Hind.